Yo guys, what's up? What's good? How you guys doing? Welcome again to Gospel Life News. My name is Taki, spelled Darki. Obviously, know it's double E. I'm quick on the street of music is quite cold. Trust me, over the passing of late Mobad, and everyone is expressing their emotions. Everyone is mourning, and just few of some folks who has come out to drop music. But regardless, the streets of music is quite cold. We'll begin today's news with no other person than Mobad. Yesterday after duo event that occurred at the Demise and this the final lane and all of that, we saw the likes of Cute Abiola, OGB, and Kobagidi were the only notable persons to have attended the burial. No musical artists attended the burial, and for that reason, a lot of persons called them and saying that's so shameful because even if not for anything, you guys have sung with this boy, you guys call this boy your boy, you guys have done this with this boy, you should have gone there to pay your last respect. But so far, reports have it that none of the musical artists have made it to the space. As a matter of fact, just few persons, which I call their name, Chris Abiola, OGB recent, and Kogbagidi. Kogbagidi is not a musician, just a promoter, and then OGB and Abiola are comedians, are content creators who went there to pay their last respect to their friend. We saw where Abiola was also then went alone without escort, and we saw where the guys of Ikorodu assaulted them and demanded that they pay some amount of money before they could move further. And then we saw where Kit Abiola had to give them the sum of about 200,000 naira. And even at that, they still wanted to get more from him, and they have to do a lot of running and back and forth. Got to enter a bike and enter the boat to make sure he gets to the space, and that is what we call true friendship. Moving on, we saw more revelations are coming out, and at the point it was said that on a video shoot with Zlatan at the time, Mobad and Zlatan were together on a video shoot where they supposed to shoot a video, and then we saw Samilari and his guys coming forth with cane to assault and beat Mobad. Zlatan intervened, tried stopping them, but then we could see Mobad running away from the set, and this just made the claim further that this guy has been tormented in the industry for quite a while. Moving on, just yesterday we saw Mobad's recent album, project called Blessed P, at reaching a new peak at number one on the Nigerian Apple charts. This coming after days after a demise. At the same time, we saw its Mobad Essential, which is now the first number one playlist on Nigerian Apple Music Top playlist for the first time ever. All of this is happening after his passing. Moving on, we saw Possible coming out to make more claim that you know what, this life everybody's going to die, but then he said he just came out to make claim that it could just be get it could be rowdy all of that, but then his claim is who gets God not the fear. So more like saying this is Possible, and we all know him for his lousiness, how he comes out to make noise about all of that. Whenever he feels threatened, Portable is one person to come online and rant about it, call the person name involved, make sure the whole world knows that Mr. A is after my life, Mr. A wants to kill me, makes his own noise back. So we're not even, and then the way it works is when you are being called out such way, you have to go back a bit because whatever you do at that point is going to be so clear you're the one, and all fingers are going to be pointing at you. Portable has done that consistently for years, and he's saying that is what has kept him. And then he make claims. At this point, he came and say, God, I beg, make I not die. Maybe they can't they promote my music. So he doesn't want to die so that his music will come forth and be on number one playlist. He said that is not what he wants. Moving on, we have Burna Boy as the next guy on the news. We saw Burna Boy, City Boys made a debut on number one on Bermuda iTunes Top Song, and that is the third number one on iTunes for the song. At the same time, Burna Boy sitting on top of the world reaches number one on the US rhythmic radio media based building charts today. It went up for about 9.5% in spins. Also, we saw City Boys gained over 788,000 streams on Spotify yesterday. About yesterday, City Boys gained over 800,000 streams on Spotify. Today, about 788,000 streams. That's about 1.5 million plus streams in 2 days. That's an amazing one for Burna Boy. We saw yesterday Burna Boy posted on the Snapchat where he actually had to pay tributes to Mobad, and then he had this posted saying RIP Mobad with the dates and all of that. So Burna Boy discovered his passing on an Instagram live, and then he came out to show respect to no other person than Mobad. Moving on, we have Davido as an SK on the news. So Davido in US at the Video Music Awards ceremony where Rema won the award, and Davido was there. Also came out to speak about Afrobeat and how we said he was so sure that Afrobeat was going to be where it is today because of the effort that people have kept in into the genre at the time. And moving on, we saw where he had to fly back almost immediately, in space of hours, back to the UK and for his concert at the O2 Victoria Warehouse, which already was a sold out concert at the time. And then we saw where he came out to give kudos to Rema. He said, well deserved, shine young king, and talking about Rema himself. And moving on, we saw where the Timeless tour began, and this is going to be the final tour for the year before he postponed the rest of the tour to next year. And by the way, this was about 3,500 capacity, which was sold out to the brim. At the same time, we saw where he began the tour singing, and then he had to take a pause at the point to give kudos to Mobad and sending condolence to Mobad, expressing his heartfelt wishes. And then he came out to say, fans don't know what artists go through because all they want to see is artists come through and sing, but then they are also going through a whole lot at the time. And then he's saying Mobad is his younger brother, and then he wished his soul find peace in the bosom of the Lord. And moving on, we saw where the tour began, and Davido came through singing old songs from previous album and obviously recent albums, and all the fans were thrilled to their bones. We had like Ladishope was in the building, Smith was in the building, and some notable guys who were there to represent the culture. And moving on, we saw where it began from this thing that looked like an upstairs thingy, and then it came down and obviously gave them an amazing performance. It is a decent way to end the first phase of the tour. And moving on, we saw yesterday, amidst all of the Mobad saga, we saw DJ Kaywise coming through to make a disturbing post that made the whole Nigerians go AYR, go MIA, and people were asking questions. Please go through, go check Kaywise. Please, someone check on Kaywise. He came out to say, I will end it all by 9 p.m. tonight. I did my best. Now, this was a very disturbing post, and it painted a picture of somebody wanting or attempting to commit suicide. And fans came out to say, that won't happen on our watch. We just lost Mobad. We want to lose Kaywise, and people were sending pictures, sending posts. Go check on him. Go check on him. Celebrities were coming through under the comments, making posts or motivating him and making him know he's a strong person. And amidst all of this, 9 p.m. came, and then we saw when Kaywise came through with a video at the time, and then explained that what he meant wasn't suicide after all. However, it was going to just end the whole thing by explaining all that had been happening behind the scene. And at that point, people felt like you shouldn't have used you should have used posts like this to depict what you were going to say in no time. And at the time, it was so fans a bit got discouraged. But then it came out to make a point explaining that currently he is fighting his own mom and his twin brother because of some occurrence. And he said at the point, the media added that he slapped his mom and fought with his younger brother. And then he expected that his parents and his siblings would come forth and make a claim that that is not true. And then he also make further that he comes from a pastor family, his father is a pastor, and he believes that because they are children of God, they should come out to say, okay, oh, this is not true, this is not true. But then they did not come out. Instead, they allowed the audience, the fans, to believe that he did all of that, which he was not happy about, and back and forth. At the point, he said he was arrested by the police, not arrested, but he was called in for questioning. And that was when he explained to the police, and the police were like, okay, at this point, they have to give the parents an ultimatum to go and tell the public what really happened. And that was what they did, which they came out to explain on air that he didn't do all of what was accused for. But then KYC is saying, if the police had not intervened, they might not have said the truth. And because of all of these things, he went into depression and all of that. And this is what is coming to spill on air. The big question is it supposed to be for public consumption, or we should have settled indoors? All of these are still buzzing. People are hearing their opinion, people are saying one or two stuff, but then KYs have decided to end it this way, according to him, by spilling the whole truth. What are your thoughts about this? Come to the comment section and let me see what you think about KYs and its new development. I love you guys so much. Please and please take care of yourself.